19-0. The number 5 ranked South Aiken Thoroughbreds was very much looking like it against their crosstown arch rival, the Aiken Hornets. Chris Roberts, a 37-yard touchdown run for the T-Breds. He was up over 600 yards rushing coming into this game. He'll add to that total. Time to take a look at our Aiken Hornets scholar of the game tonight.
Eric Stroman, number 58. He is a senior starting offensive and defensive lineman for the Hornets. He's a 4-year starter, maintains a 3.805 GPA, part of the Beta Club. We do want to tell him congratulations to the Aiken High School Scholar of the Game, Eric Stroman, the grandson of Maxine Stroman, WJBF HR business administrator. And those are the ones that, you're certainly proud for all the athletic, accolades, but when you know your grandson's getting it done in the classroom, that's when you're really proud.
And also, as we mentioned at the outset, the son of Eric Stroman, who went on to play at the University of South Carolina. That could have been a horse collar, but it wasn't. So the Hornets, after the nice return by Alex Thomas, will set up shop first and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Well, if you're Aiken, Matt, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole, and I would say you almost have to have points either on this drive or the next one.
Yeah, I mean, with as much success as they had, throwing the ball, certainly you can get 3 completions and then have to punt the ball, but when they've looked their best is when they've been throwing the ball.
Wallace wanted to throw. There was nobody there. He'll get dropped after a gain of about 1.
Because it does come down to, does it help
is it up?
running back blocking?
Okay, I think I hear myself.
Is he a better receiver than he is a blocker, sort of playing to his strengths there? And if he's not giving you a ton in terms of blocking, if South Aiken's just bringing that much pressure or if there's just nobody open, that's when those running backs as receivers are most dangerous. That's when they can really hurt you in the flats, getting them in space. Because, running behind an offensive line, kind of a younger offensive line, against such a stout defense like South Aiken has, it's going to be very tough to break one loose and get down the field.
Keep in mind, as we go along here, we will be naming our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game as Wallace looks long and just overthrew Green, who was streaking about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, still some pressure from South Aiken, so there's certainly guys open. They're just going to have to, kind of put it on the money, really amp up the pressure on the quarterback to put it right on the numbers for the receiver.
Just overthrew him.
When you had 11 underneath Nathan pointing out, kind of open. But again, when you're feeling that pressure as a quarterback, you see it right there. You want to get rid of the ball. You don't want to throw it on a line. You want to kind of float it a little bit and just get it out of your hand.
And again, this is a South Aiken defense that has allowed 1 touchdown in its last 3 games total. So there's not going to be a whole lot of time to throw if you're Corey Wallace. And now a whistle before the play. Dead ball foul against the Hornets. Back them up 5. That'll give us a chance to remind you that if you can't join us on Game Night Live, if you're not near a TV, you can always watch the game live on your smartphone. You can see the replays, watch the play-by-play from Channel 6, all free, the WJBF News Channel 6 app. You just go to the App Store on your smartphone, download the WJBF News Channel 6 app, open it up, and you can watch Game Night Live from anywhere in the world. I actually checked you guys out from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Well, not you. You were in Chicago at the same time.
Up there.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't check out a whole lot of it. But,
right. But you did check it out.
I did check it out.
Yeah.
As Green is dropped at the 45-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th and 14.
Yeah, just a tough all-around night starting off for Aiken. Again, kind of weird. Usually when it's one-sided, you can't really do anything right. But for Aiken, just several bright spots. If they can get just a couple of seconds, those receivers can get open and find spots in the zone or even the man-to-man. Since South Aiken's bringing a lot of pressure, but really going to have that quarterback stay in the pocket and throw those balls on the line right to the receiver.
Austin McKay to boot it away for the Hornets. And back deep to receive, and watching it bounce harmlessly at the 22-yard line was Dallas McKeever. So the T-Breds will have it again, and if you're Chris Hamilton, I'm imagining you just want to keep your foot on the gas here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. And this is sort of the similar type game plan they had against Silver Bluff. Obviously, that game had many starts and stops due to the weather. But
did it? I don't remember. The game just ended 10 minutes ago.
I think I just woke up from getting home. But no, I mean, they want to do a lot of different things, and they want a lot of stuff on film. So they want a lot of runs. They want a lot of short passes, long passes. They want to make the team that they're going to play each and every week spend the most amount of their time with their defensive side of the ball, game planning for all the different plays that they want to run.
Wide open is McKeever at the 46-yard line. Are they going to say catch? Yes, we were shielded by the sideline, but it is a completion and a 25-yard completion at that to Dallas McKeever.
And a long pass, just kind of a long arching pass right there. If you're Aiken, see, those are the type that if you have somebody with a little bit more awareness, maybe a couple more games under their belt, they're able to kind of pick that up. And see, as you see it, just a total
nobody
great
near
throw, but nobody near him right there. Perfect potential to be picked off right there with so much air under it.
Back to the ground, and Roberts across midfield and dragging guys with him inside Aiken territory to the 42-yard line.
And Roberts just a very tough runner. Again, just the perfect thing that complements an offense that wants to run a lot of quick passes, have that run and shoot type look, is when you have a very physical running back that you can go to right when that defense is getting into the feel of the game of, separating and getting out in the passing lanes. You bring somebody in that you really have to bring your A game to tackle and bring to the ground.
This time it is Deshaun Kitchings. We have not called him tonight. Deshaun Kitchings streaking for a long touchdown, South Aiken.
Another great play there from South Aiken. A little screen. Good job blocking on the outside, and then Kitchings just the leading receiver right there. Also, there's a reason he's the return man, and he's actually gotten a couple of carries this year as well. Just a terrific all-around ball carrier for South Aiken.
Well, on that drive, Deshaun Kitchings with his 4th touchdown of the year. As you mentioned, the leading receiver. He puts him up over 300 yards receiving this season. And for the quarterback, Cody Boynton, that'll put him up over 1,000 yards passing on the season and gives South Aiken a 25-0 lead. And Marin Sanders in to attempt the point after, and again,
a little bit blocked.
Trouble on the point after for South Aiken. Either way, though, the T-Breds will take the lead 25-0, 5:23 to play in the first half on Game Night Live.
Uh.
25-0, the number 5 ranked South Aiken Thoroughbreds lead their crosstown rival, the Aiken Hornets, after a 42-yard touchdown pass from Cody Boynton to Deshaun Kitchings. It'll be Marin Sanders to kick off. If the South Aiken's had one problem tonight, it has been on the points after. But so far, they haven't needed them. Again, they will kick it away from Reed. It'll be Alex Thomas on the return, taken from his own 6-yard line. He's got a little bit of breathing room. He'll take it about the 20. Let's call it a 20-yard return.
And Game Night Live each and every week is presented by McDonald's. Now at McDonald's, you can create your own sandwich with McDonald's new signature crafted recipes like the bold new signature sriracha, made with spicy sriracha mac sauce, crispy onions, and a mix of fresh baby spinach and kale. It's terrific. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
It's the kale that makes it.
It is. It is actually a terrific sandwich. I've had it, so I will co-sign on that.
Everything a growing boy
every
needs.
day of the week. And I said one. I actually meant
today. One.
Yeah, you're correct.
Hornets from their own 25-yard line. And the man in motion is Jabari Curley, but the pass is going to go to Green down on the right sideline. There is a flag down. Or no, there's not a flag down. That was something else. He's going to streak all the way down to the South Aiken 30-yard line.
I think they might have given South Aiken a sideline warning.
Yeah, that's what I was paying attention to. There it is. Okay, I thought I saw a flag.
Sideline warning.
And it is a sideline warning against the Thoroughbreds. So the pass play will go all the way to the 34-yard line of South Aiken.
See it.
It's a 40-yard pass play to Green.
And that's what we were talking about right there. They're bringing, perfect play call for the defensive play call that was made. You're getting pressure from that side. You get arguably your most talented, guy with the ball in his hand, just right there catching the ball short side of the field. Terrific play, and that's what they're going to need. They're going to need that stuff to match up like that for them to get on the scoreboard.
Back to the air. Wallace wants it all. He's got his man inside the 5.
And a terrific catch.
Stavon Porter, first time we've called his name tonight, and he comes up limping a little bit at the end of the play.
Probably from slamming his feet on the ground, making sure he got him in bounds. A terrific job of not only concentrating and making the catch, but making sure he got those feet in bounds to get in that Augusta Technical College red zone.
First time the Aiken student section has had a chance to roar tonight as we play under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. And the Hornets knocking on the door, 1st and goal from the 2.
We'll see if we have a run up the middle here. Looks like they're going to try to catch him on a run.
And it'll be a keeper. Wallace stops shy, trying to find his way across in a host of red shirts. He's still not down, and I don't know.
What a push there at the end.
They're unpiling him. Still no signal. Still no signal.
You see number 73 from Aiken there pulling back.
A lot of officials in green and white thought that was a touchdown, but they are going to mark it just shy of the goal line.
Stop on the play is going to bring up 2nd down.
And this has always been kind of the tougher part, at least for me, to watch. When you have a shotgun team, you're so used to being in shotgun, you get right there on the goal line, and right when you think you just need to get under center and just do a sneak, gives you the best shot of getting in. Again, you still have to hike it, 3 to 5 yards sometimes if you're in that far back of the shotgun.
All right, now I'm calling number 2. It is Green, and he's stopped shy. To your point, having trouble knocking it in from 2 yards out.
It's hard. Again, you don't practice it during the week, so you don't want to necessarily do it in the game. But when you hike the ball and then you try to hand it off again, that's so much time in the essence of the game to give that defensive line a chance to really get that push and stop that play.
So now a big 3rd down play. Hornets will be 3rd and goal from the 3. And this South Aiken defense, which again has allowed just 1 touchdown in its last 12 quarters, can they stiffen their neck one more time? Wallace out of the gun. Wants to throw. And it is complete. Touchdown, Aiken.
Looks like we got a flag maybe near the quarterback. It might be a late hit or something on the quarterback. It looks like it's near.
It was DeAndre Bynum on the receiving end of the touchdown, but let's catch the call here.
Terrific play call. Once again, utilizing that defensive pressure against South Aiken. The old throwback, if you can get enough time to let everything clear out, that receiver usually comes across the field.
Passer.
Roughing
right
the
here.
passer from
Take it on the kickoff.
From South Aiken there.
So the touchdown will stand.
But as you see right here, it's a lot of pressure on your offensive line and your quarterback because your receiver has to get across the field, and they're usually open. And right there, a terrific play call against the defensive call from South Aiken.
So the Hornets on the board for the first time tonight with 3:21 to play in the first half.
UNC kicks for college here.
Austin McKay. And it is good. So the Hornets cut the deficit to 18, 25-7, 3:21 to play in the first half. Don't forget, you can see a recap of this game and all of tonight's highlights and scores from all of our teams in the CSRA on Football Friday night. It's the best football coverage each and every Friday night with Nathan Palm and Zach Hughes. The only 30-minute show in town devoted specifically to high school football. So tune in tonight at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6.
I remember that day, the photo shoot.
Yeah?
I couldn't believe they got you in that Eagle costume. I didn't think it was going to fit, but it fit perfect.
Parts of it fit better than other parts.
The way-
That's all I'll say.
The way you were able to get your arms out, I know they were really pleased with it.
They are dancing on the Aiken sideline as the Hornets showing signs of life here late in the first half.
And, you know, with that, Nathan Edwards bringing up a great point. With that penalty, I mean, what a perfect time to maybe catch South Aiken kind of tired a little bit, you know, their mind elsewhere with an onside kick.
Yeah, because of that penalty,
You know,
Aiken will
assuming
kick
that they're
off.
going to kick it out of bounds just because, you know, kicker can probably do it, his leg's so strong, but really catch him off guard with a nice onside kick.
I don't know that I've ever seen a team kick off from the other team's side of the field before.
That is a new one.
They will kick it deep and through the end zone and through the uprights, I believe. We've got a man down for South Aiken, and flags fly from everywhere.
Well, on a kick like that, you know, they've already run one back, so you don't want to give them a chance to run it back as we find out what happened down on the field, but you don't really net much kind of kicking it like that. But.
Well, everybody on the South Aiken side holding their breath right now. That is Reed Boland down for the Thoroughbreds, and he is maybe the biggest piece of that defense that we have been talking about. He is their leading tackler, 31 tackles this year, 6 of them for loss, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, and now lying on the field.
And we saw him kind of messing with his hair, so it looks like he's
Unsportsmanlike conduct versus
There's an
Aiken High School.
unsportsmanlike conduct against Aiken.
we saw him just a second ago brushing his hair off his own face, so we'll see what it ends up being, but you know, always glad first and foremost to see
Don't leave your
anybody's
seats.
down that they
Football.
are alert.
Well, we had that scary hit in Thursday Night Football last night.
Yeah.
And anytime somebody is laying down on the field this long, you hold your breath. He is sitting up. We will check on his condition and rejoin you in 60 seconds on Game Night Live.
Don't leave your seats. Football Friday night is next.
It's 11:35.
And you're watching Football Friday Night.
After the sun sets, coverage you can count on continues through the night. Tune into News Channel 6 at 10 with John Hart and Dee Griffin as they recap the day's headlines and bring you the stories that matter most to you. This is your news at 10 on MeTV.
Well, being a part of the WJBF News Channel 6 weather team is an amazing experience. Everyone plays a key role in order for us to have an accurate forecast. But one of the biggest questions I am asked is, why doesn't Freddie do more? I tell them he wants to do more, but we don't have the right role that fits him.
Freddie, what are you doing? You're not going live today.
Hey guys, what's up? I figured I'd join you tonight. Do you mind if I sit here?
You're watching Football Friday Night. I'm Zach Hughes, joined by my special guest, Sting, and we're hyped for tonight.
I get to be on this side this time. This is nice. You guys got any snacks?
There's no doubt.
One of those guys looked familiar in the commercial break.
He did. I can't put my finger on it, but I have seen him out and about.
Scary. Run the other way. Well, we are happy to report that Reed Boland did walk off under his own power. We'll see if Savannah Strom can get us some information down there on the South Aiken sideline as to exactly what his injury is. He will have a chance to rest now because South Aiken takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Leading 25-7, 3:21 to play in the first half.
And we'll see if South Aiken continues to, you know, mash the gas, or if they try to really run this clock down and just run the ball with Roberts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Roberts threw one tackle into South Aiken territory, dragged out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And again, you know, just running the ball with him sometimes turns into big plays. You almost can't help it. You're trying to maybe run a little bit, clock down, get to halftime. But right there, terrific shrugging of the tackle from Roberts. As you see, just a big, strong, just burly back.
24-yard run for Roberts. And a big first down for South Aiken, and now a flag down.
No foul on the play.
Or not.
No foul on the play. Disregard.
So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now less than 3 minutes to play in the first half. Boynton at quarterback. This time the carry will go to Nyquell Ryans. Ryans trying to get the corner on the left side. He'll pick up about 7 yards. Ryans, just a sophomore.
And a good job by Alex Thomas, number 22 from Aiken, kind of mirroring the running back there, not letting him get to the outside, but also not letting him cut back to the inside, making the sure tackle and stopping an okay play from becoming a big play. So good job by Thomas there.
They give Ryans 8 on the carry, and it gives Chris Roberts a break. South Aiken at the 34-yard line. Boynton to throw. It is complete to Deshaun Kitchings on the far side, and he'll be dragged down at the 25-yard line.
And that's a South Aiken first down.
They'll give him a first down. It'll be a 9-yard gain, and the Hornets will set up shop at the 24-yard line. Chris Hamilton looking for more points here before the half. And now under 2 minutes to play, 1:53 as the clock ticks. Boynton gives, and it's Ryans again. This time he is knocked backwards at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Jones, a really tremendous-looking sophomore. Big burly linebacker there, kind of ripping the ball carrier down as you see him trying to rip the ball out as he's also making that tackle. Very, very physical player right there. I'm thinking he's going to look really good as a senior because right now, really tough-looking sophomore. Very aggressive tackler.
Out of the shotgun is Boynton again. Ryans again. Through the middle again. This time pushes his way ahead to about the 21-yard line. And it'll bring up third about, let's call it 3rd and 6. And South Aiken will take its first time out of the half with 1:07 to play.
See a Napleton Infinity timeout, and for South Aiken, able to take a couple of minutes off the clock on this drive, really wanting to be the last team to touch the ball before halftime, kind of dinking and dunking their way down the field. But for Aiken, what a big stand here going into half if you would be able to stand up to them and stop him from getting in the end zone, because that last drive from Aiken looked terrific, able to get in the end zone, put some points on the board, and really kind of have it all finally come to fruition for them on offense.
You know what they don't lack here at South Aiken is a speaker system.
They don't. They do not. They have one that works. We got some local scores real quick from around the area in the second quarter. Thompson 42, Clarkston 0, Aquinas 16, Hancock County, and that's also in the second quarter. 16-0 Aquinas. Washington Wilkes 8, Lincoln County 16 in the second quarter. Lakeside taking on Bradwell Institute. Lakeside up on top 14-7 in the second quarter. Some other ones, Augusta Prep taking on Bethlehem 30-0 in the second quarter. And then finally rounding it out, North Augusta 7, Lower Richland 7-0. North Augusta winning in the second quarter.
Third down and a long 6 for South Aiken. Minute 7 left to play as we come out of the Napleton Infinity of Augusta timeout. They'll try it through the air. It is complete. It is a first down to McKeever inside the 15-yard line as South Aiken enters the Augusta Technical College red zone.
Yeah, kind of sneaking in there. Looks like they're trying to, with them running out of bounds like that. A couple extra seconds as we see on the replay here. Able to catch the ball, get upfield a couple extra steps, and then get out of bounds. Really kind of establish what type of play they want to run. And this, this is the part where if you're a coach, you're able to kind of plan a couple of plays in advance, kind of knowing what each one should net you.
Needed 6, got 7, and a touchdown pass. Boynton to Roberts. Touchdown, South Aiken.
And just another way to show Roberts' versatility, not only a strong runner, but a good route runner as he runs a little wheel route on the backside. Quarterback drops it in nicely to him. Like I said, something else on film a defense is going to have to worry about. Drops it right over where the defender can't get it. Touchdown, Thoroughbreds. Ready for our GNC kicks for college here. It's going to be up and it's going to be in.
So South Aiken with the point after will take a 32-7 lead over Aiken with less than a minute left to play here in the first half, 56.8 seconds to be exact. While we have a moment, let's take it down to Savannah Strom on the sidelines for our Augusta Technical College. Whoops, wrong one. For our Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Savannah.
Thank you, John. I'm here with Mary Glenn Piccolino, who is the Director of Communications for the Aiken County Public School District. She is out here for a very special reason with her tailgate tour for what's called Aiken Works. It's an initiative of the Aiken County Public School District. And first, I want you to tell us a little bit about it. What is this, and why is it so important?
Thank you for having us on today. It is a community workforce development collaborative that's being led by our school district that's based on the impending workforce needs of Aiken County.
And so what do you guys do with students in particular?
Well, we're here tonight. This is our 5th stop on the Aiken Works Road Tour, and it's basically a big tailgate with games and activities for students and parents, for them to learn about what the area workforce needs are, for them to experience some of the different career opportunities that are available here in Aiken County virtually through our website.
That's awesome. And actually what they do as well is they partner with WJBF, and they actually put some of these kids into the workforce to get hands-on learning. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. We want every student to graduate with both a diploma and an employable skill set. So we are out here talking to parents and business partners as well, and encouraging them to provide work-based learning opportunities for students. And speaking of WJBF, we are so grateful to partner with you for this initiative and have a huge commercial campaign launching in mid-October.
Well, we are so excited for that too, and we love our partnership. Mary Glenn Piccolino, Director of Communications for Aiken County Public School District, thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Savannah. Thank you, Mary Glenn. Aiken will have it. First down from its own 34-yard line. They have 56 seconds, and they need to go 64 yards, or 74 yards, I should say. And they'll start with Green, who has been bottled up by this South Aiken defense all night.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to try to run a couple of plays and let the clock run down and get to halftime here, running with Green there right up the middle.
Probably have to snap it one more time as we are 34 seconds, 33, 32, clock continuing to run, and the Hornets in no hurry. Gain of 1 by Green, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
Visit Central Ford today and check out their
clock under 20 seconds. 15. 10. One more snap. It is Green. He is dropped for a loss, and there is a fumble. Ball is on the ground, and South Aiken may have the football. They do, and they have a timeout to use as well. Coming out of there with the football is none other than Garrett Pascal. I couldn't see who made the hit to knock it loose, but the absolute one thing Aiken did not want to do right here before the half, and South Aiken's going to have a chance for more points.
Turn it over. You don't necessarily, have to run a play and maybe get a touchdown, but my goodness, you're on this side of the field, beneficiary of a turnover like that. And again, just really squirted out. The defender wasn't trying to knock it out, just came right out.
That was big Jamonte Martin that knocked it loose. So South Aiken will have it 1st and 10 with 2.8 seconds left. So the Thoroughbreds will have one shot at it here right before the half.
We'll see if they like to try to do a jump ball here or maybe a catch and try to run it in. I'm thinking it's going to be a toss-up here.
Boynton to the end zone. Oh! Jesse Sanders had it, dropped it, and that is how the half will end, with the Thoroughbreds leading Aiken 32-7.
Just unfortunate right there. It looked like he was going to have the momentum to be able to carry him in the end zone, just not able to hang on to the football.
Jesse Sanders will be the first to tell you he wishes he would have caught that one. So our score at the half here, the South Aiken Thoroughbreds 32, the Aiken Hornets 7, and standing by with the leading coach, Chris Hamilton, is Savannah Strom with another Augusta Auto Auction sideline report. Savannah.
That's right. I'm down here with Coach Hamilton, who has come out strong in this first half. First, I want to talk about your offense, how strong it came out, and what an asset your running back is. Tell us what makes him so special, and what are you going to engage in him that's going to carry you through the second half?
Well, he's just a throwback. He just runs hard. He's not going to be taken down. You know, he's just that kind of kid.
That's great. And I also want to talk about that touchdown drive by Aiken High School. What broke down there for you, and what are you going to adjust in the half to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Well, we just got to make tackles, not look in the backfield and all that, and have our corners look in the backfield. They got a deep ball there we shouldn't have got, but we'll be fine. We'll just got to make some adjustments, and, you know, we'll get it back on track.
Sounds good, Coach Hamilton. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And Strom working the sidelines for us tonight. So that will take us to the half. Your score at the Stomping Grounds, the South Aiken Thoroughbreds 32, the Aiken Hornets 7. It is halftime on Game Night Live.